Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's South Strap Post. How you all doing? Welcome to Breaking Dawn. How you doing? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Am I here live with you guys? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Absolutely great to have you on board. Sorry about the new location. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. But I'm just here. You know what? Life goes on. Life goes on, doesn't it? Big up, Darko. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Good to see you, everyone. Of course, guys, great to have you here. Sorry about the technical difficulties and all that, guys. Absolutely. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Look, you know what? Let's get straight into it then. Manchester United obviously had Ruben Amorim around yesterday. Good afternoon from well, just hello. I'll pop back later. Big up, Pearl. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, my friend. Really good to see you. Everyone who's joined me. Sorry. Look, you know what? Sometimes I'm in a different location, and you know what? It's just the way it is sometimes, isn't it? Big up, Brian. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everything is good. Viva Garnacho running down the wing here. Real fancy. Viva Garnacho. That's why I hate it for him. Don't understand. I don't understand it, mate, to be honest with you. I spoke about this passionately yesterday. I spoke about it passionately. And you know what? I'm disappointed by a lot of things in regards to that. And these so-called United fans and stuff, you know. It really disappointed me, to be honest. And, you know, yesterday I gave a rant about it. It was a little bit, you know, strong. It was powerful. But I felt it needed to be done because, you know what? This guy is 20 years old and people are jumping on this man so good. Yet they want to compliment players like Jadon Sancho and people like that. That's what upsets me the most, to be honest with you guys. You know, they're complimenting certain players, but, you know, players that actually work hard for the badge and hard for the football club, you know, they want to bring down, and I don't really get that. Guys, forgive me for the surroundings. I'm in actually Sardiacs. I am right now, so I'm just having a coffee and stuff like that. So you know what? So hopefully it doesn't cause too much inconvenience, etc. And I hope you can hear me loud and clear, guys. Manchester United are interested in player Franco Mastantuono. I spoke about this player in depth over the summer in regards to that, and he is a River Plate player who is an under 21 player for Argentina. Very talented player. Absolutely.
One.
Sal, is it all back to? I mean, I'm not going to say anything Manatuta. I'm not going to say anything too sinister in regards to that. But one thing I would say is that you ain't far wrong. You're not far wrong. I would say that. Let me have a sip of my coffee. One second. Yeah, you're not far wrong. But you know what? You can't really say these things. You know what I mean? When you're doing podcasts and things like that, because obviously they say, "Oh, it's not true. It's not true." Blah blah blah. Do you know what I mean? And we all know what the truth is, isn't it? We all know what the truth is, and we know what these people are at the end of the day. They're not nice people anyway. One thing you can guarantee is people who want to bring down Garnacho are just not nice people. Forget it. Absolutely. Manatid, I hope you're doing well done, Manatid. It's good to see you, brother. Basically, yeah, look, you know what, we know, but you're absolutely spot on, Manatid. That's one thing I would say. You're absolutely right. You know, what you're saying right there is absolutely spot on, my friend. No doubt about it. I'm not going to say nothing more than that, but you know what, you're right. At the end of the day, you know what, people want to hate on a player that gives 100% for the club. Is actually our top scorer at the club. You know what I mean? And it's just disgraceful with being totally honest with ourselves. Absolutely. Guys, any problems, just let me know. If you can't hear me, etc., just let me know, guys. It's only a short show today. Unfortunately, I'm breaking dawn. As I'm out and about today, I'm busy. You know what? But I'm picking up news as I go along. I'm picking up news. I'm picking up transfer news, etc. Franco Mastantuono, River Plate player, could be on his way to Manchester United very soon. I spoke about him in the summer in depth. If people know about my chatterbox and Breaking Dawn during the summer when I was in Italy and stuff, he looks like he's going to be coming to Manchester United. It does look that way. Very talented player, and I'm very excited to have him on board. We can see it here. You enjoy a happy Saturday. Big up, Manatuta. Thank you very much. Really good to have you on board and stuff. You know what? You guys are dedicated to absolutely dedication is absolutely spot on. It's a bit like what I'm trying to do, the dedication. You know what I mean? I have to bring you the shows every single day and stuff like that, guys. Absolutely. But thank you so much, everyone who's joined me today. But yeah, you know what? I'm having my coffee. Sorry about that. Ruben Amorim was at Old Trafford. He had his first interview for Manchester United yesterday. spoke a lot of highly about the football club. Of course, he's going to do that. One thing I spoke about yesterday is that when a new manager comes in, the words are always going to be positive. They're always going to be about, what we're going to do for the football club, who are Manchester United, we're going to be great again and stuff. We all know what the comments are going to be. But one thing about Ruben Amorim, which stood out for me the most yesterday, was the fact that he wasn't in denial. He wasn't in denial about obviously where we're going at the football club, etc. He knows where we are, and he did say that when he gets going, when he's not at match day, he is positive. He's live. He's laughing and stuff like that. But when it gets to the game day, he knows what he's doing, and he's strict. And like I said, the silent assassin. I said it these last couple of days. That's what he is. And if people don't want to, work for him, give 100% for him, then they're going to be out the door, and that's how it's going to be. No matter what player you are, it doesn't matter if you are a fan favourite or player FC or something like that. It doesn't matter what you are. At the end of the day, you have to put the effort in. He is very intense in regards to his philosophy. We don't really have intense players, which is a problem. Of course, intensity is very high on his priority list in regards to his style of play. His style of play will be implemented straight away. He spoke about that yesterday, about his style of play, and there are people, we will enjoy his style of play. I mean, we hope we do. We hope we do enjoy the style of play. We hope we do, obviously. Boring weekend without the Premier League, Brian. Absolutely, mate. I can't wait until it's all over, mate. I really can't wait until it's all over. If I'm being honest with you, Brian, this international break is an absolute chore. I'm doing a watch-along tomorrow for England against Republic of Ireland. Of course, I don't know why. That game is just... It seems like a real pointless game, if we're being totally honest with me. England are going to win that game. The Nations League, you don't really earn anything from it. You don't qualify for anything. You don't qualify for any tournaments for it. I don't really understand how why we're playing this Nations League. It should be at the end of the season or reserved for people, the reserve teams and things like that, if we're being honest with ourselves. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's one more game to go, and then we haven't got international breaks for a very long time, guys. So that is one great thing about it, and I'm excited about it. Of course, that we finally get Premier League football back, and not only do we get Premier League football back, we get Ruben Amorim football. That's what we get, and I can't wait for it. Nation to nation fan, big up, Kazi. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Absolutely. Sal, they did a Tyson watch along and regretting. Did they? Who did a Tyson watch along, Lumen? Who did the Tyson watch along? I didn't even know the result. Was it a draw like expected? Was it a setup? It's a set. Look, at the end of the day, Mike Tyson's 58 years. Whoa. Excuse me, guys. Mike Tyson is 58 years old. Right, he's 58 years old, and what's his name? Jake Paul is a young lad. He's a young lad. I mean, in boxing, it's a young man's game. You have to remember, boxing is a young man's game. Absolutely, and you can't expect a 58-year-old to go 12 rounds with a 28-year-old, isn't it? At the end of the day, you can't do that. And one thing I said, it was a setup, as Kazi's saying. We will see academy players under Amorim. Yes, Jonathan. By the way, we will. Don't expect 10, 11 academy players to be coming out, playing for Man United. It won't happen. One thing is that he will give chances to younger players. That's not that Eric Ten Hag didn't give chances. He gave lots of chances to these young players. He gave loads, Amenu, Garnacho, those type of players, at the end of the day. So one thing I would say, yeah. So what's this? Pineapple. Sorry, guys. Pineapple juice. It's very sour. Yeah. So definitely. Yeah, Kazi, it was a setup, mate. Absolutely. Big up, Kazi. If boxing was against McGregor was game over. Yeah, Jonathan, one thing I would say about, do you remember the McGregor versus, Mayweather fight? That was a setup. We know that was a setup because you know what happened during that fight? McGregor actually hit Mayweather with his elbow on his rib, and Mayweather couldn't breathe during that fight, right? And then the referee pulled it apart. So every time McGregor would get into the fight, the referee would pull it apart, and that's what he used to do. And that from then I just knew this is a setup. They're not gonna make Jake Paul lose. They're not. They're not gonna make him lose. It just doesn't seem like wise to do that, because Jake Paul's the darling child of social media, isn't he? They don't want to bring him down. If he loses that fight, he's never going to box again. Stuff, blah blah blah. But you know what? The respect for boxing that I used to have, right? And I was obviously a kickboxer for a very very long time. I know boxers. I've trained with boxers. Amir Khan. I've done the ring entrance thing for Amir Khan. I've done a lot of things like that with boxers, right? I've spoken to Frank Bruno, and you know, I've trained with certain boxers and stuff in training camps and things like that. But the thing is, one thing I would say is that I've lost the respect for boxing because, you know, it's all a money thing at the end of the day. And you know what? What would you do, right? Let's say you're a boxer like Mike Tyson. You can ring up a boxer, right, and say, look, we can make millions and millions and millions out of a boxing match. Why don't we do a boxing match and we set it up? We don't have to hit each other hard, you know, and then when it comes to the point of falling down, you know, we fall down and we throw the fight, you know, and then you get millions out of it. Sounds like a plan, isn't it? I'll do that. I'll take a real punch for that. Absolutely. Big up. Let's go through some of your comments, guys. Sorry about the slight, obviously. Absolutely. Big up, Kazi. Absolutely. No matter how, if you're old enough, you're good enough. Absolutely, Kazi. Absolutely. Absolutely. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum salam. I think out of respect, Jake did not go in on Tyson. It would be right. I think he realised that. I feel like Tyson had him for the first couple. I think he'll have him for the first couple of rounds, in my opinion. But you can't expect a 50, 60-year-old to be fighting against a 28-year-old. It's just not good, isn't it? Fitness-wise and stuff like that. Not only that, you think about Mike Tyson, what Mike Tyson's been through his whole career. And stuff. He's had a lot of hits, a lot of, you know, downers. You know, he hasn't been a great boxer for a very long time. You know, and you know we have to remember that. We have to understand that. You know, we have to be respectful of that. One thing I didn't want is Mike Tyson to ruin his legacy, but you know what? It is what it is. Sal, boxing match between Sal and Kazi soon, East London, buddy. Goodness me. Oh God. Nah, you know what? Kazi will be in it for the money. I'll be in it for the boxing. That's what happened. And Kazi's much older than me, so you know what? He will be. You know what? He'll be the Mike Tyson of the fight, basically. Absolutely, he'll definitely be the Mike Tyson of the fight. But you know what? Ruben Amorim's interview yesterday was, I think it was a great interview. I think it was brilliant. Saw a lot of positives in there. But as I said earlier in the show, there's always going to be positives. There's always going to be that new manager bounce of positivity and, you know, happy-go-lucky, unicorns and flowers. That's what it's going to be, and that's what happens when a new manager walks in the door. But there are a number of things in regards to Ruben Amorim that I really liked what I heard. I really did. And to be honest with you, I just can't wait for it to get going. I can't wait till the Ipswich Town game later on this month, 24th of November, of course, a day before my birthday. I can't wait for it, guys. Hopefully we'll be celebrating on Monday. Hopefully it won't just be my birthday we'll be celebrating. Hopefully it'll be the win against Ipswich Town of Ruben Amorim's first game as Manchester United manager. Hopefully that happens, guys. I really do. In regards to the team lineup, I mean, it's up in the air at the moment. You know, we're going to have to give Ruben Amorim time to implement his style of play, to put his team together. Like I was speaking about the wing backs, obviously this week, about he doesn't play with wing backs and stuff. But one thing I want to point out is that, you know what, it's not going to happen straight away. You know, we probably will play wing backs until he actually bets himself down into the team and into the Manchester United, of course. Then we'll start really pushing his team there, playing wingers as so-called inadverted or wing backs and versatile wing backs or whatever you want to call it. You know, but one thing in these formations is that you need the intensity, and I don't think these players have the intensity, and that's one thing that I would say in regards to that. There's a lack of intensity in our squad at the moment. Absolutely. Big up, Brian. End up bigger draw, so they get a rematch. Yeah, that's what it is. It's money. It's money, Brian. Absolutely. Big up Fanatic 8. Big up, my friend. Big up. Brian Fawcett is a boxer in the dark. I was a kickboxer 8 years, guys, so you know what. Lumen, not a big fan of boxing, bruv. I mean, I lost the passion for boxing in regards to watching boxing because of, obviously, it's a setup. You know, most of it's just a farce at the moment. It's just a farce at the end of the day. Absolutely. Liza Ramick, do people even watch England games? I'm English. England fans don't respect Man U players. I mean, it's changed a lot over the years. When I used to go to England games back in the day, my school used to arrange trips to England games. And one thing I remember I went to a game between England and Saudi Arabia. It was at Wembley Stadium, the old Wembley Stadium, and the game ended 0-0. Actually, the game ended 0-0, and the one thing that stood out for me in that game is that the England fans was shouting, "Stand up if you hate Man U," and I was like, "This is an England game. You got David Beckham on the pitch, Paul Scholes on the pitch. Why are you doing that? Why are you slandering Man United players? Man United players are so important to the England lineup." But as we found out later on that year, 1998 it was, later on that year, that when Beckham got sent off, the amount of abuse he received and stuff like that, as we remember, and it was absolutely disgraceful what David Beckham went through during that period. And England have always been like that. I support England because I'm English. I've got no one else to support. What else am I going to support? Do you know what I mean? My grandma's American. I can support America, but I don't live in America and stuff like that. But I'm England fan. As an Englishman, I want England to do well. But obviously, I don't support the fans. I support the football team. So just whatever the fans do is whatever the fans do. It's a bit like Manchester United. Some of the fans, a bit of some of them are, just toxic mess. If we're being honest with ourselves, But some of them are okay. Do you know what I mean? But one thing I would say is that, I support the team. I don't support actually the fans and stuff like that. Lies around me. I think I read that one. Absolutely. Big up, fan. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Hope everything is good with you. Hope everything is good with you. Good morning. Hope everything is good. Welcome. Sorry about the slight change of location. Here's my take on Anthony. Since they're writing him off, I'm spreading rumours about him leaving and he won't fit into Amorim. Have we ever thought that might be under Amorim? We'll have to wait and see, fan. We'll have to wait and see in regards to Anthony. One thing we will say is that we don't know anything at the moment. What formation and Ruben Amorim's going to... We know what formation, but what players he's going to play. We don't know, do we? We don't know that, do we? So we have to wait and see, guys. We have to wait and see in regards to what Amorim's going to do. If he likes Anthony, he might play Anthony. You never know, he might do. But one thing I would say is that Anthony, and not only him, right? They haven't set the world alight. Let's be quite honest about it. They haven't set the world alight. But you never know, right? He might fit into that system. Well, he might do, you know what I mean? And who knows? He might be Ruben Amorim's, favourite player. You never know, do you know what I mean? That could happen, and then we'll be, oh my goodness me, do you remember when Anthony was almost out the door and now he's become the main player at Man United? We don't know that, do we? At the moment, we're going to have to wait and see. One thing we know is the formation, the type of formation he's going to play. I do get you, fan, in regards to the style of play that Amorim plays. It could fit Amorim because it could fit Anthony because Anthony works hard. One thing, it sounds strange to talk about working hard at Man United. It should be a given, shouldn't it? But Anthony does work hard, and at the end of the day, and to be honest with you, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And 24th of November is the key. We're going to get an idea of what's happening around Manchester United in regards to players who are playing and players who are not playing, etc., etc. But you know what? I wish him the best of luck. That's all I say. I want every single Man United player to perform, of course. People say 3-4-3. According to the personal, it's 3-5-2. Very versatile setup. It's actually a 3-4-2-1. A 3-4-2-1 formation. So you have 3 centre backs, 4 in the midfield, 2 number 10, so to speak, and 1 up front. So basically, but yes, very similar to a 3-5-2. But one thing you would say is that it is very versatile, yeah. And the thing about that formation, I found, is that it can become very attacking. It can become very defensive as well. So, it's very versatile. And you know what? Depending on the game's going, you can become a defensive unit and you can become an attacking unit. That's what I like about it. And I think it might fit us to a T. To be honest with you, I think it might fit us well if we're being honest. I hope so. Absolutely. Big up, Brian. Big up, everyone, of course. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Kazi. Morning, Sal. Wow, what a beautiful day it is where you are today. Still dark and cold here in the UK. Potential bad news regarding resigning Fernandez. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Grayo. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Thank you. I'm in the lovely Sardiat Island, guys. The lovely Sardiat Island. It's one of the most beautiful places you could possibly visit, guys. One of the most beautiful places you could possibly visit. Big up, everyone, of course. More chances of sun shining. Earth and Duro's top of the night, and Anthony signing. More chances of sun shining when Earth and Duro is top at night. Yeah. One thing I'm not, guys. I will never be playing FC. I will call it as it is, right? If a player, but one thing I will also say is that we always have to understand things in context. And in regards to Anthony, we've been quite a bit of a mess recently. We've been a mess in regards to where we've been tactically and stuff like that. You never know what's going to happen in the future in regards to certain players under certain managers, And one thing is for certain that Ruben Amorim will want to bring his own players in. He's going to bring his own players in. As I said, Franco Mastratuano is another one that Man United have been after for a long time. Ineos have been speaking about him for a long time. Over the summer, we've been speaking about him quite intensively, to be honest with you, And we'll have to wait and see. But you know what? I wish Anthony the best of luck. Ineos, according to what I'm hearing, want to use Anthony as a wait for the Laran deal. Sending Anthony to Flamengo and Laran coming to Manchester United. That could happen. It could, but you know what? At the end of the day, as people say, it's only speculation. Look, there's no smoke without fire in football, and you never know what's going to happen in football. You never know. You know what I mean? As I said earlier, he could be basically. He could be the main player in Amorim's team. We don't know that, could be, at the end of the day. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. And we hope that the right decision is made in regards to that. Big up everyone. Big up. Grayo, less naughty in the cold and dark. It's a little bit cold. Don't worry, the summer will come, guys. It goes around like a roundabout. Absolutely. The summer will come. Grayo suit. I do. You know what? Can I tell you guys a little story? A little confession. Right? I actually miss the winter as well. I do miss sometimes the cold, guys. I don't want to make you. I'm not trying to make you feel better, but I do miss the cold sometimes. I really do. I miss a cozy night in with it snowing outside. Honestly, because it's never cold here. I haven't worn a jacket or coat in 2.5 years. So I never thought the day would come. Of course. Rashford 27, one proper good season, really sell him under a decent money and move on and buy it better. No hate, I like him, but we have to get Rufus out. Absolutely, lies around me, you're spot on, my friend. You know what, me and you, we rarely disagree. At the end of the day, you're spot on, my friend, in regards to Anthony. No, not Anthony, sorry, Rashford. Rashford needs to improve. He does. He shouldn't be motivated to play for Manchester United. No player should have extra motivation to play for this great football club. At the end of the day, if they need motivation to play for Manchester United, they're not really a Manchester United type player, in my opinion. If we're being honest, they shouldn't need that extra little bit of buzz to get them going in the morning, to get them up in the morning to play for Manchester United. I mean, that is absolutely. Manchester United, I don't hate any players because they're not a player's ability, but mere the fact that he's playing professional football and he's. Yeah, that's true. Absolutely, players do. People forget the grind it takes to become a footballer. You know what I mean? Especially for a player like Anthony. There are some players who get favouritism. There are some players who fathers, who cousins, who uncles, who are footballers who get favouritism. But you know what? People like Anthony came from, obviously, where they came from in tough times, in tough conditions, and became footballers. And that does earn respect, of course, guys. Absolutely. David Coote, whilst I was getting a good sun today, always every day, mate. But and today I needed to go out early, so you know what? I'm still bringing the show, absolutely. Absolutely can't forget about David Coote. You can't hide behind the name David Coote, Brian. You can't do that. Absolutely, big up. Hey Brian, how you doing? Good morning. Rasta Stocks, different views sound nice. Outside, absolutely. I don't. Big up Rasta Stocks. How you doing? No, I don't just stay in my studio all the time. I'm out sometimes. Absolutely, you need to get that vitamin D, Rasta. Absolutely, definitely, absolutely. Earthman, your Anthony was earning 20k a week at IS, and now has 10 times that, which is 200k a week. One thing I will say about Anthony and his wages and how much he costs, it's not his fault. This shows you how badly we've been run over the years. Obviously, Murto and Arnold and that crew over there, have been running us down to the ground, have been running us into the mud, to be honest. And one thing I would say about that is that's not Anthony's fault. The wages are astronomical. Wages are stupid. We won't be doing that sort of mistakes anymore. I don't think we'll be giving out those type of wages anymore. I think the days of those wages of 300k a week are over. I really do think so. I think that it's all over for that. Use it, fan, Brev. A fan? I don't know. Use a fan? We're going to use a fan. Would you ever move back to London? I'll probably visit London. Yeah, I mean, London's my home, born and bred in London, of course. So yeah, I probably will go back to London one day. But you know what? I haven't got it in my mind at the moment. It's right at the back of my head, somewhere deep down in the Narnia of my brain. absolutely, definitely deep down in there somewhere. You find it if you just look a little bit harder. But I don't think I will be going back there anytime soon, my friends. But just one of those people who have hatred in your heart. You just who's that fan? Who's that fan? Absolutely. Who's got hatred? Sal, this place where you are, is it only rich and elite? No, mate. No. But it's a place where basically anyone can visit, mate. Don't worry about all this rich and elite. I mean, obviously, if you live in the UAE, you have to have, backup. You have to have an occupation and stuff. You have to be set up before you come here. That's one thing I would say. I.e., you have to have a qualified job and stuff like that to come here. And make sure you're prepared from the beginning, of course. Don't forget the sunscreen. I'm unburnable, mate, in the sun. The sun, you know what? I don't get burned, mate. I don't get burned. Sorry. Big up, big up. Good morning, good 7 a.m. Jealous of your son there. Reverse 7, I'll try and give you some of that positive vitamin D through the airwaves, mate. I'll try and give it through the airwaves. Big up, River, absolutely. I'm not hiding, so I wanted to troll some scousers. Now I'm stuck here to wait for 4 days. Big up, David. Wayne, your name is, isn't it? It's Wayne, not David, absolutely. And yes, I have hatred for players who are arrogant and Manatuta. One thing I would say, Manatuta, and I'll say this as a friend, right? I treat every single person on here as a friend. One thing I would say to you is that if you dislike a player, right? There's no need to lay in on them, insult them, and things like that. One thing you do is that, he's not my cup of tea. I don't think he's played well enough. Speak with the facts, not the insults, because when you feel the need to insult someone, it just shows a lack of ability to articulate a constructive argument. And that's what I would always say in regards to people. You have to insult people. It's a bit like those people who are calling Eric Ten Hag ball fraud and peanut head and things like that. We don't do things here like that. Obviously, I know how you feel. You don't prefer the player. He's not your cup of tea. But one thing you have to understand is that we are Manchester United fans. He plays for the Manchester United. He's a Manchester United player. He plays for the badge. And you know what? And that's one thing we would say. But Anthony wears his heart on his sleeve, and that deserves respect at the end of the day. So yeah. For everyone else this morning, please keep hitting the like and subscribe buttons, guys. Sal going to work now, but hopefully have a fantastic day. Great. Hopefully see you later, mate. Be back in my normal location later on to bring you the news and stuff like that. Of course, guys. Absolutely. I've never hated on any player apart from players like Di Maria, Sanchez, and Sancho. I don't even think that's hate, Brian. I don't think you were hating. I think you were basically laying down the law on players that deserved it. Exactly. It's not hate. That's just giving him what he deserves. Hate is when you have an agenda against a player who plays for Man United and gives his all for Man United, even if you don't think he's your cup of tea, even if you don't think he's your type of player. You give him hatred and stuff like that, and bad words, of course. Got you, Irfan. No problem, my bro. Hope you're doing well, brother. Thank you for your comment earlier, Irfan, on the other video. Much love to you, brother. Hope you're doing well. He is telling me, I know, man, I know now, of course. Blame the club for everything, even top money and this way. That's going to change, though. That's definitely going to change, guys, absolutely. The only player I've ever hated United is Di Maria. Yeah. He was, what he done was... but let's not forget, let's put that in context. He did get his house robbed, didn't he? He got his house robbed. Let's not forget that, of course. Did you hear the story about Paul Scholes and Steven Gerrard, who got their house robbed? Did you hear about it? Paul Scholes lost 11 Premier League medals. Steven Gerrard lost a pair of socks and a T-shirt. I've got to have a joke, guys. You've got to have a joke, absolutely. Greetings, Sal. Big up, love to see you. Thank you so much, Jim. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Absolutely beautiful place, Sal. But yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely over here, mate. It's absolutely lovely. Beautiful as it. Absolutely. But he can't blame United for it. Big up, Rasta. Have a good rest, my friend. Have a good rest, brother. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining me anyway. You absolute legend. Yeah, definitely. Can't wait for your content, mate. Can't wait for it. But yeah, absolutely, guys. Sal, is robbery possible in the UK? Robbery is a very, very known thing in the UK. UK is one of the most dangerous places on earth, and I was raised there. Yeah. There was a time where I was raised in East London. It was 8 times worse than Harlem, statistically, per square mile. 8 times worse than Harlem. Absolutely. Rasnox, I'm waiting patiently for you in CPT. Oh, good. I used to work in a hospital, Earthman, in St George's in London for 5 years, so I know what you mean. Kenny, big up Sal, big up Kenny. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is good. We're waiting for Kenny. We're waiting for that international football to end, ain't we? Absolutely. What are you having, by the way? Lemonade or black coffee? I've had a latte and I've had an orange juice this morning. That's all I've had so far. I don't really eat in the mornings, guys, so I just had a couple of drinks, and and that's what I had today, guys. Absolutely. CBT could be Compton, could be Compton. CBT, obviously. CBT, but I mean, there used to be a ward in my hospital called CBT. Absolutely. I can see Jake Paul versus Dalai Lama. Goodness me, football's become a joke, hasn't it? Really. South, because they portray to the world as very safe cities and countries. England's not a safe country. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Your life's at risk every single day in England. You have to really have your wits about you. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Good morning, Ijeoma. How you doing? Any update just coming online? Been speaking about, obviously, Franco Matrizuano looks like he'll be coming to Manchester United. Been hearing from very good sources that he will be a Manchester United player next season. Matrizuano is a very, very good player, of course, playing for River Plate in Argentina. So, you know what? Look out for that. That could be happening very soon. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa. Big up the Cape Town massive fan. Would love to visit there one day. I would love to go on a safari. You know what I mean? I've been always wanting to go to South Africa. I was trying to go to the World Cup in 2010, but I didn't get a chance to go. Really. But yeah, I would love to go to South Africa one day. Absolutely. Kazi, big up Kazi. Kazi knows all about East London. There you go. You can get master chef in London. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's fine. Thank you. Yeah, it's fine. Thank you. Got to have your wits about you walking in London with your phone out. Yeah, absolutely. I've had many times people try to snatch the phone out of my hand, and for the one thing they do is they go on their bicycles and things like that. So you have to be like 360 vision. Absolutely. Swap deal for Xerxes and Gaio is a no-brainer. Who's Gaio? Absolutely. Who's that? Sal, you should put some sunscreen on. No, I don't put sunscreen on. I'm basically made out of metal. I don't burn. Absolutely, boss. Please, can I ask you for a favour? What favour do you want now, Ijeoma? What's the favour you want, mate? What do you want? Head on the swivel. That's it. What favour do you want, Ijeoma? Let me know what favour you want. We'll see what happens from there. Guys, yeah, so you know what? We're going through the motions, guys. It is literally 1 week until we have football back again. I'm talking about real football, not international football. England against Ireland tomorrow, and then that's it. No more international football for a while, thank God. Do you know what I mean? Sad for Gerrard losing his socks and rubbers. Absolutely. It's tragic, you know what I mean? I heard that he got those for his Christmas present a couple of years ago, so he's, it's sad, you know what I mean? You have to feel for him, really, like, his prized possessions right there. Absolutely. Why are we interested in Lukaku? You can barely score 27. Yeah. I don't want any more Chelsea rejects, if I'm being honest with you. We've been down that road before, haven't we? We've been down that road before. Out of metal, which heavy metal? I get it. Absolutely. There was rumours that Atletico want to swap deal plus. They can swap their mothers at the end of the day, because at the end of the day they're not getting Garnacho. Absolutely not getting Garnacho. Apparently, back when Garnacho used to play for Atletico Madrid all those years ago, he didn't get on with Simeone, so we have to wait and see about that. In Cancun, I really want to play professional football, so can you help me to get even a small club? Ijeoma, you have to promote. You have to. Basically, look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little story, right? At the moment, I'm out at the moment, so I can't really delve into that too much. But one thing I would say is that, you know what, there's YouTube, there's TikTok, there's all sorts of platforms that you can promote yourself. You can promote yourself. At the moment, there's nothing of you. So if there's I want to see you online. I want to see your YouTube channel. I want to see your skills. I want to see it uploaded on YouTube. I want to see it everywhere. If you can do that for me, I'll send it to the right people. You know what I mean? Make it easier for me. At the end of the day, make it a lot easier for me. Because obviously I do my own thing with football clubs over here and stuff like that, my own team and stuff like that. So one thing I would say is that you have to help me to help you. Help me to help you. And I'll obviously be very happy to help you, mate. Find a football club, of course. Do you like Pantera, Sal? It's very old school. Pantera rock band, by the way, heavy rock. My brother used to like Pantera a lot. Yeah, they did. But it is very, very old school for me. But you know what? I don't mind them. Absolutely. My older brother lives in New York now. He was at Rock King. He was a proper rock king. He used to love rock music and stuff like that. He absolutely used to love it, guys. Absolutely. Kazi, you got to find that lion. Oh, God. Big up Earth and Bio. Greetings to you and everyone, Kazi and chat. Big up Lao stuff for the surround. Mate, you know what? Big up, Jim. Thank you so much, you legend. Thank you. How can you upload things to YouTube? Joma, you're using YouTube, mate. It's very easy, mate. It's very easy. It's very easy. Absolutely. Sal, Jim Watkins having a burnt croissant, and you tried to camel milk there. It's more healthy than cow milk. I like camel milk. Have you heard of camel milk? Like fragrance, like air conditioner. No, what's it called? Air freshener, and it smells very nice. It's very nice, guys. You'll be surprised. It's very nice. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Joe, have you heard about the new app called Uncle Patrice Evra? It's a scouting place, etc. Yeah, this is one thing I would say, David. You're absolutely right. You know what? There's no excuses for anyone nowadays. Look, I know players when I was around when social media wasn't around, right? And people still made it out of Africa and became footballers, you know. But you have to help yourself as well. You have to help yourself. Look, I got my own players. I push my own players. You know what I mean? In regards to that, over here, and yeah. Yeah, so guys, yeah, that's exactly what it is, guys. So let me just read through these last comments. I do post it on TikTok. Yeah, give me the link. You can try that, Gemma. Maybe you may get noticed there. Yeah, you know what? You never know what can happen, of course. But I will help as much as I can. Big up, guys. Big up. Guys, that's me for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. It's a short show today. Sorry about that. But obviously, I have to do a few things today. I'll be back later on normally for Chatterbox. And anything that breaks, I'll be going live, guys. But I want to thank you all for joining me today. You absolute legends. Thank you so much. And you know what? I can't wait to see you later on for Chatterbox. I feel a great stream. Thank you, Darkro. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you very much, my friend. Sal, are you rocking to music or heavy metal? I love all types of music, Jim. If you look at my playlist, I've got music from pop to rock to indie, to Hindi, to, you know, Spanish, to anything. I've got every single type of music. Enjoy your coffee. Thanks for making our day, Sal. Thank you, my friend, my good friend. Thank you for coming on. Enjoy your coffee, sir. Thank you, mate. I'm off now. I've got to go and do a couple of things, of course, guys. But you know what? I will be back later on the normal surroundings as well, guys. So you guys, you have it. You take it easy, and I will definitely see you later on. And remember, you know what? We're going through the motions at the moment. One more game to go internationally, and then we're back to real football, and we're back to Ruben Amorim ball, guys. So I can't wait for that. Take it easy. Have a great day. And listen, I'll see you for Chatbox later. Don't forget, take it easy. Peace.